Before Big Bang, scientists discovered what existed before the beginning of the universe. It has been the big question facing humanity since mankind crawled from the primordial ooze. Where did the universe come from? Non-scientific versions of the answers have invoked many gods and have been the basis of all religions and most philosophy since the beginning of recorded time. Now a team of mathematicians from Canada and Egypt have used cutting-edge scientific theory and a mind-boggling set of equations to work out what preceded the universe in which we live. In very simple terms, they applied the theories of the very small, the world of quantum mechanics, to the whole universe, explained by general theory of relativity, and discovered the universe basically goes through four different phases. More importantly, they discovered what came before this universe was another universe, or more accurately, another cosmological phase. In our cosmological model, the universe did not start with the Big Bang, Professor Mir Faisal. Despite being infinite in size, our universe is cyclical and has always existed in one of four stages. The universe is expanding and the expansion is speeding up, but the team believes that certain modification, motivated by quantum mechanics, will ultimately halt the expansion and pull the whole lot back to a near infinite point, at which stage the universe will start expanding again. The paper called Non-Singular and Cyclic Universe from the Modified GUP, written by Mahasala, Fakil Hamid, Mir Fazil, and Ahmed Farag Ali, is super complex, but Professor Mir Fazil outlined the main points of this paper. According to him, they have incorporated quantum mechanical effects in cosmology using an approach called the modified GUP. This approach changes the equation for cosmology in a very interesting way. It predicts four distinct phases for our universe, the present phase of the universe being just one of those phases. There is a phase before the Big Bang in this cosmological model, and it is possible to know about the phase of the universe by studying the physics of present phase of our universe. Professor Mir Fazil said, in our cosmological model, the universe did not start with the Big Bang, but there was a phase transition from one phase of the universe to another. This is possible because the universe can exist in four different phases, like ordinary water can exist in three different phases. Just as we can know about the properties of ice by studying water which has formed from it, we can know about pre-Big Bang cosmology by studying the physics of this universe. Using our cosmological model, we can study the physics of the cosmological phase before the beginning of our universe. In their model, they have been able to study the pre-Big Bang state of the universe. The equation in their model predict that the expansion of the universe will come to a halt and then immediately be followed by a contracting phase. Professor May added, when the equations are extrapolated beyond the maximum rate of contraction, a cyclic universe scenario emerges. Other cosmologists have suggested a Big Bang and Big Crunch scenario, but those models have singularities. Singularities are bad in physics as they indicate a place where the laws of physics break down, and at such places one cannot use physics to get meaningful results. The new cosmological model does away with such singularity. The Big Bang singularity can therefore also be avoided by using the modified GUP corrections to the cosmology. In the cosmological model, the cyclic nature of the universe occurs as a result of incorporating quantum effects into a cosmological model of the universe. Professor Fazil explained that even though there are many different mind-bending approaches to quantum gravity, like string theory and loop quantum gravity, What most of these different approaches have in common is that there is a minimum length below which space does not exist. Many of these approaches also predict that there is also maximum energy and no object in the universe can have an energy beyond that maximum energy. The research team incorporated the effect of having a minimum length and a maximum energy into a cosmological model, and then they ended up with a cyclic universe. Asked about the philosophical and even possible theological implications of his work, Professor Mir said, "No one draws any philosophical or theological implications of a finite, of infinite, or of a finite or an infinite spatial dimension, and time is just another dimension, so why should it be treated any differently? In any case, I do not believe in a God of gaps with Big Bang being a big gap, but in a God who made the mathematics describing reality so perfect that there are no gaps, not now and not at Big Bang." So I guess since they found out what caused the universe was another universe, I guess it's going to get to the point we'll find out what caused the laws, you know, where the laws come from. And it's really scientists actually have an idea of what consciousness is. It's matter and something else. There's something very interesting I read about consciousness that somebody actually uh, made a case of what it how it how it rises and stuff. Let me see if I can find that. So yeah, I mean, and then once we solve the computer simulation, you know, break us out of the simulation, we'll know everything, and God, forever and null, void. Oh God. Um, Let me see. Somebody says something very interesting about consciousness. Uh, see if I can find it. So yes, something about consciousness is matter. I was just kind of wondering, I'm waiting for this day, somebody out in the cosmos finds some kind of entity floating, floating out there or something. I'm waiting for that day. I almost say, what the hell is that? What entity is it? If this will ever happen, I'm just waiting for that. Uh, what entity would that be, though? So yeah, I mean, pretty much. And basically, that's the guy that said, God did not create the universe. Dr. Mirfazel back, like, I think maybe, I don't know how long ago, maybe it was a year ago or several months ago. And he said, God did not create the universe. And now, um, he described what was before the Big Bang, and it was another universe, which I thought it was going to be. And then, so let me see if I can think where the laws of physics come from. Maybe it came from like a computer out in the galaxy in space, programmed by aliens, made the laws for our universe, and then other universes have different laws. Or maybe it just came from another naturalistic means that we can't even think of yet, and we'll probably find out what that is. Um, and even though I figured another universe would be before ours, hence the multiverse is true in parallel universes. When I read the article, it's interesting because I didn't think how that would be. That kind of more went into it. I never knew that. Well, I got there was an article actually back then. I actually made a video of the universe expands and contracts, but they kind of told there was four phases. So we had some little more extra information, and so yeah, uh, I think religion's gonna be in trouble many years from now. Actually, it's probably not many years from now. Probably maybe a couple 5 years or maybe less, and then I mean we'll find out what the laws is. Hence, I know if we crack we get out of the simulation, we're pretty much we'll know everything about the universe, and religion's gonna be big trouble. Uh, uh, yeah, that will totally kill religion because that will tell us everything about everything. You know, the universe, everything, multiverse, like everything. Us, origins. I think it's gonna come down to some kind of entity probably programmed all this stuff into like a supercomputer. I guess you can call it like a god computer. That could just like because there is no god, but that computer is like a super, and then they running like ancestor simulations, and our universe is we're like in a fake universe, and there's other universes, and I think that's what it's going to come down to. And I hope they explain that soon, because everybody will know where the laws come from. So now we have evidence of other universes. So I think we'll find out what the laws, and it's probably like in this supercomputer that creates universes, and this computer is probably like maybe it is run on a program, but if we're type 0 simulation, type 4 simulation, it probably runs on like probably like energy, like and like virtual particles or something, and some weird stuff. And then we'll figure out where the laws come from, and maybe even before we figure out the laws come from, if we can get us out of the simulation, we'll know everything. I mean, that'll